This is a bit of a misleading chapter because it's very short in its amount of slides. It's incredibly difficult and broad in its own topic. Token design might seem easy, as for example, hey, I should just incentivize miners and reward them in their own currency and create a decentralized distributed ledger. But to create such a system and to oversee the entirety of it and combine all these different elements is an incredibly accomplishment, of course. So it might seem easy what Satoshi Nakamoto or what they did, but of course this is incredibly difficult. But explaining it, luckily for us, is quite easy. So token design is all about mechanism designs and such. Of course, mechanism design is already a few levels ahead. So we are ignoring some of the first few steps, like determining what the gain is, determining what successes are and such. But of course, those are way outside the scope of this curricula. And in all honesty, you are currently bachelor students, and these things are even our postmaster topics. So that is a bit, well, in short, in a common phrase, beyond your pay grade for the moment. This doesn't mean, though, that you can't do it. So we do challenge you to start with the very first elements. And if you find yourself talentful enough that this is quite easy for you, or common sense, or gut feeling, then we highly recommend that you dive into this realm, because the token design elements are very important for future infrastructures, and your skills might be unique, or your insights. So other than that, of course, everybody can think of certain designs, but create elegant design where it is simplistic, easy, but very effective. So an example, once more, is the incentivization of miners, for example, the proof of work concept. We challenge you here by the end of this paragraph to design your own elements for your own business case, so your own blockchain business case. So you might have some idea, how are you going to design, how are you going to use a token, and how are you going to design incentives within the token or enabled by the token to steer people into a certain direction. So this is not about the what, about the token itself. This is about the how. How are you going to incentivize people? What are you actually going to use or to implement so that people do the things that you want them to do for the ecosystem? And let me see. That's pretty much it. Yeah. So we finish off, of course, with some examples like the initial token and token distribution, which is an important element in the token design, but there are way more different options. We are currently, might be interesting to know, we are currently debating whether to do an entire different course about token design, because it's an entirely different program on its own, but that we will decide in future reference. If you want to learn more, though, we are very much happy to help you. And we do one of our shout outs here to help us design token designs, or help us design the Koios token design. So if you want to help us there, let us know. We will ask you later once more. For now, let's just start with 3.2.4.1, darn numbering, with the mechanism design. Once more, keep in mind, this is after we already determined the goals and the incentives and such. So this is all about the designing of the token systems. So we already know what we want. We already know how to incentivize people and how to demotivate them. This is about, okay, how are we going to use tokens to do that? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the final part of Token Economics Week 2, token design. Complicated, beautiful stuff.